Hello and welcome to the Fine Roots. My name is Tian, and today the podcast is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more personal, you could say. And each episode kind of feels like it is a discovery of some sort, and realizing things and sharing observations and experiences of life and things of that nature. And today's theme is about the internal framework and about, I guess you could say, pain or feeling not okay, and what it means to carry some weight and carry pain and not wanting to share that pain, because if I do, then what good does it do to share the pain with others? Because I don't want to hurt anyone else, so why share that with others? And I guess this is a big part of me as a being, that I keep things to myself because I don't want to share the pain to other people. Like, why should I share that? What good does it do? And I guess this is the part of me learning to open up, as they say. And it's a new concept to me to open up and asking for help, you could say. Because my whole life, I don't want to say never, but I just haven't learned to open up, because the way I see things is, when I'm in pain, why do I want to share that pain with others? Like, what good does it do? But then again, that's what makes us human, right? We are hurt, and when we are hurt, we need help. And we can't do everything by ourselves. And in this case, I can't do everything by myself either. And when I'm in pain or in sorrow, I can't do that by myself. So I guess this is my attempt to open up and learn to approach life in a different way. And when people ask me, like, how are you? I always say, like, yeah, I'm fine. I try to put on, always be happy, or always be somewhat in the right mood. But deep inside, there are things that aren't so okay, like feeling lost or feeling like unsure, like what is happening. But on the outside, of course, everything is okay. But it's slowly starting to come to me that in order to heal, or in order to grow, I have to realize, like, what am I growing from? Like, where is the pain? Where is the point and that needs growth? And that is just the beginning. At least it's the start of something that to grow, I need to know what I'm growing from. And if there is pain, where is the pain, or what is the pain? But if I tell myself that I'm okay, or that I'm fine all the time, then it's like hiding the pain. Then I never grow from that. But I guess today it's about that, sharing that pain. And ever since my partner and I got divorced or separated, um, it's been a huge disconnect, you could say, because I used to be with this person for 13 years, and after so much time, it's like a personal, a part of me gets gets separated, or where does that energy go? Where does that care and attention and part of me go? And so I guess lately it's kind of it's been about finding myself again, to understand who am I, because all the energy that was spent on this person who isn't here anymore, where does all those attention or energy go? And I was talking to my friend Victoria the other day, and she shared something so profound but also so simple. And she told me, follow your joy. Do what makes you happy. And I guess a lot of the times I've been focusing my energy on what makes other people happy. And I support the person through that. So in this case, it was the relationship that I had, and I focused the attention on supporting that person and ensuring that they are having a their care. And again, my partner would always ensure that I was okay. And we have each other's back. But now that that's no longer there, I have my own back. But then what does it mean to have my own back? And I guess this is the part of that. The new journey of like opening up and not being okay. And saying that or at least understanding that it's okay to not be okay. And another friend of me also said that you don't always have to be happy all the time, Tian. It's okay to not be happy. It's okay to feel what you feel. Because sometimes I feel a certain way about certain people, and even though it might not be a positive thing, and I express my frustration and anger in a way that comes out negative, but I don't want to be negative, you know? And so I try to always keep it positive. Like, I don't want to spread any more negativity in the world, as there is plenty of that already. And so the feelings of getting frustrated or slightly negative, you could say, I try to find the positivity in that and share that instead. And then again, my friend said, it's okay to feel what you feel, and you don't have to, no one is always positive all the time. Like, you can't just be delusionally happy, and even though that, let's say I feel anger and I mask that with positivity, would that be toxic positivity. And so I guess the part of the journey, or the part of the growing here, is that being okay with being negative, which is kind of, I wouldn't, like me as a who I am, I don't want to be spreading that kind of energy, you know? But I guess I have to express that somewhere or another, otherwise it is just going to be stored or trapped, unreleased. Follow your joy. You know, it's kind of interesting, because when it comes to someone else, and if they want something or if they wish for something, I wouldn't think twice about giving them that. Or at least when it came to my partner, you know, like if she wished for something, or if she wanted something, I wouldn't think twice about it. I would give it in a heartbeat. But when it came to myself, like I've been wanting this piano, but it costs quite a bit. But again, if my partner wanted that piano or that thing or whatever, what have you, I would buy it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't think twice about it. But when it came to myself, I had to dabble. I had to think about it a little bit, and not a little bit, weeks actually. Even though I wanted it, but I had to justify that purchase, or justify the reason why I want it. You know, I miss playing the piano, and I've been going to the library to play, but it doesn't feel the same, and it's a shared space, so I have to be considerate of the time of using it. But when I went to the store to try the piano, it felt really nice just to play. And then when I thought about buying it, then it's like, not do I deserve it, but it's like, should I, you know? I have to kind of question and ask myself whether or not. But it should be like, you know, treating others the way that I want to be treated, but I don't treat myself the same way. It's like, feels a little bit foreign, to put it that way. But I guess now is the part of the growth part comes from tuning into myself and learning to love myself, you could say. As cliche as that might sound, and in one moment it feels like everything is okay, and the next moment everything is not okay. But I guess that's part of life. Not every day is sunshine and rainbows. Some days is stormy and windy, like today. Life goes up and life goes down. There's always motion in the ocean. Life is always interesting in its own way. If you have gone through something like this, please let me know what you've done to go through that journey, you could say. And what have helped you. It's almost as if I'm trying to prove myself or something. Maybe this is like a deeper thing that I need to work on, or maybe there's a loose screw somewhere in there that needs to tighten up. I don't know. But I'm always willing to learn, not afraid to say that I'm wrong, or not afraid. Because we're all going to die one day anyway, so why be afraid? It's quite windy today. It's quiet also. It's kind of nice actually. Kind of feels like those Sunday mornings or Saturday mornings where things are just moving and you're still. Look out the window. It's summer break. No one is out in the street. Everyone's sleeping. All the kids are gone. The school is quiet. Parents are sleeping. And it's like 9 a.m. and it's quiet. Solitude. You know, it kind of reminds me of the fall a little bit, where in the summertime the leaves are out and shines bright, absorbs the sun, and it's on the tree, the tree, why can I say this word? The tree is out and all the leaves is there and it's full, bright and vibrant. But when fall comes, it has to let go of the leaves and move into hibernation, you could say, or prepare for hibernation, or to hibernate in the winter. And in a way, this kind of feels the same way, where feeling hurt or feeling pain or going through a quiet period or a low tide, you could say, is a part of being alive, and not being okay is also part of that. Like that tree has to shed its leaves, or if even if one of the branches were to break, it's a part of the journey. If it breaks one branch, it has to keep on moving forward, and at first it seems like it's a painful thing, unfortunate thing that one of the branches broke, but what could be taken from that is that the energy that it needs to nourish one of those branches now can be used to increase his height. And by sacrificing one of his limbs, it can reach greater heights, meaning that it can reach the sunlight better, meaning that its overall growth is increased. And so in a way, a part of me that is lost is kind of like losing that limb, who I've grown with for such a long time. And by losing that limb, it gives me the strength, gives me the energy to grow taller. And so in a way that what seemed like a great loss, or feeling lost, or feeling pain of losing something, that pain and loss is now gain in something. There's always a cause and effect to everything, and the effect of losing this limb is causing me to gain in something else. And I think that sums up the lesson, you could say. I first started with not knowing how to look into this, but looking at it from that perspective, it kind of gives a perfect summary of what it means to feel lost and what it means to lose something. It's not lost in vain. It's not lost in vain. But it is worth of some gain. I'm trying to make a poem. Anyhow, but I think that sums up the lesson. And I guess that's embrace the journey. Just trust the process. Trust that things will be okay. Because the only time when things are not okay is when I'm dead. Not really not okay, but I mean, like, that's really the end of it. Otherwise, life goes on. And as long as I'm here, it's okay. Pain, what have you. Sorrow. I feel like I'm about to start a new train of thought. Let's just end it here. If you made it to this point in the podcast, or more so my a journal, I'd say I don't think this is a podcast, but it's a journal. If you made it to this point, even, well, thank you for being here. And for what it's worth, I hope this gave some insight to you. And if you also have something that you think that could give me insight, please let me know. I'd love to. Other than that, please take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Know that you're not alone. If you need someone to talk to, I'll be here. And thank you. Until next time.